feel like I could just sit here and eat this all right now. It's so good. Hey guys, this is Heather from healthyeatingstartshere.com. Okay, today we are going to make an eggplant dish. Here's the thing, when you have some kind of vegetable like an eggplant that is kind of large and you don't use in a whole lot of different things, what I like to do is start with this vegetable and then add things around it. So what we're gonna do is take this eggplant and add some broccoli and some parsley and some yellow pepper and some onions and garlic and some curry spices, which are always nice with eggplant and chickpeas. So let's get started. So the base is gonna be some onions and garlic and then the eggplant. I'll put those in to cook first and then add my fresher vegetables after, and of course the chickpeas. For those of you who compost, super handy to have a bucket on the counter when you're making a meal that involves a lot of cuttings. All right, so I've got the onions and the garlic and the eggplant all in a pan, cooking on medium-high. And you can do this with either a little bit of olive oil or a little bit of water or vegetable broth, or sometimes I use white wine, which is really nice. One thing to keep in mind when you're cooking with eggplant and oil is that eggplant soaks up oil like a sponge. And you don't need a lot, but because it soaks it up, you might think you do. All you need to do is add a little bit of salt, and the moisture will come out of the eggplant and you won't need to use as much oil. So see, I use very little oil in here, but the moisture is coming out of the eggplant and the onion. And I've got all my spices in here: cumin, coriander, ginger, and some curry powder, and this is my secret ingredient, cardamom. So good and adds a really interesting flavor. So the cardamom is not absolutely necessary. If you don't have any, you don't certainly need to go buy some if you can't find it. But keep in mind that variety is good not only for flavor and keeping things interesting for your taste buds, but each spice and each food has individual nutrients and antioxidants that are different from other foods. So the more variety you get, even in little ways like using cardamom, you're getting different nutrients and your body will thank you for that. Okay, things are looking pretty awesome in the pan, so what I'm going to do is add some chickpeas. Okay, so this here is wonderful. What we need is some color and some texture to this dish. So I've got orange pepper, tomato, broccoli, and some fresh parsley. And I'm just going to stir those all in together just to cook very, very lightly. Basically, they're just going to warm up, wilt a little bit, and incorporate into the flavor. I never like vegetable runaways. There we go. So the last thing I'm going to add is some coconut milk, and if you ever buy it and it comes with this very solid bit on the top, I've heard people use this to whip into cream, but I don't want to have it separated, so I'm going to try to stir this together, get the watery bits from the bottom. Alright, so I'm just going to use about half a can. And if you ever are like me and you wind up with half a can of coconut milk all the time, really awesome thing to do with it, just cook it in with your breakfast porridge. If you can't find a recipe that uses coconut milk, super easy and so delicious. Okay, time for a taste test. A little bit with some broccoli. So what I'm tasting for here is to make sure that there's enough spice. There's a good amount of salt to bring the flavors together, but not too much. And that I like it. That's the most important part. So good. Cardamom really, really makes it delicious. So I highly recommend using that if you can. And you can serve this over some rice. I'm just going to turn this off. You could serve it over some rice or some quinoa or any other kind of grain. You could serve it on its own. It's fairly moist, so probably wouldn't be the greatest in a wrap, but you could always try that as well. Maybe use your leftovers in a wrap. And Always nice to sprinkle something crunchy on top, like some sunflower seeds or some pumpkin seeds, or some more fresh parsley. It makes it look pretty. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this, and if you like my recipes but have trouble planning meals, like full meals, and especially planning your whole day of meals, check out my meal plan. I have it online, and it has 28 days of all your breakfast, lunch, dinners, and snacks, and it's on for a discount price right now, but that will be ending on Monday evening. So if you are interested, go check it out now. I have a full 100% money back guarantee, so no risk. If you don't like it for any reason, I have no problem giving your money back. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you again soon. I don't know what to call this. Eggplant deliciousness. How do you like it?